So as the signs at the door said, this is a crushed walnut mixture, so don't touch it if you're in any way allergic. The computer uses topographic imagery layers and puts this slope shading on it. So anybody who wants to get their hands in it that's closer, purple is lowest, red is highest. So I'm going to get in here and we will adjust. That's all you do. So that, yeah, so the purple, as you might imagine, is the Colorado River here. So we got some hills. And by no means is this actually necessary for the computer to run the simulation. It just is fun. So there we go. Hot, dry day. There's Mansfield Dam right up here. This complex here was there. I pulled it up on Google Earth and I took it back in time to see if the vegetation looked any different than it does now. And it was, they didn't have quite this much green right up next to it. One of the things that the company is working on when you pull up these progressions is actually to pull up the dated aerial photography as well. Because right now it's pulling up the most recent aerial photography, but of course that's not what it looked like then. So it's an upgrade that's coming. So we had a fire start right here. We are at 128 times. So we're at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. On the most simplest terms, a community wildfire protection plan should have a few things, has to have a few things. There's collaboration between different elements, local, state, and federal, if available. It has to have some sort of prioritized fuel reduction efforts, and it has to have some way of addressing the residents' risk on individual property. And of course, to know where you need to do fuels projects and know where your highest risk communities are, you have to do risk assessments. So we do risk assessments in 2 different ways. Has anybody in this room heard of TexRAP before, or SouthRAP? So TexRAP is the Texas Wildfire Risk Assessment Portal. It's a public layer online. There's also a professional layer. It asks for, if you want a professional layer, it's real easy just to sign up for one. And that is a computer application that looks at where people live, the vegetation in areas, the topography in different areas, and what the potential wildfire risk would be. Of course, the information on TexRAP is a little bit dated because it's from old information. It's not constantly updated. So that's one type of risk assessment. And then we do on-the-ground risk assessments as well. We're actually driving through communities, and we have a 2-page form that's now in app version that we look at what the landscape looks like, what the vegetation looks like, and what the home look like. And so we do those. It's a standardized form all across the state. So if a community, let's say Hays County, where I'm working right now, has over 500 different recognized subdivisions, each one of those subdivisions will be assessed with the exact same form. And so at the end of it, you have numbers showing you this is the ones that are most at risk. This is probably where we should be focusing our attention.